We've all watched a master woodturner pull flawless ribbons off a piece and thought, wow, they make it look like magic. But let me tell you a secret. Being a master isn't about never making a mistake, it's how you deal with them. Today we're breaking down the 4 unwritten rules of the master. And trust me, number 3 is the one that almost every woodturner gets wrong. The guy on the left is white knuckling the gouge. He's fighting the wood. He's not riding the bevel, he's wrestling it. The guy on the right, on the other hand, is making it look effortless because of 2 things you can't see on the camera: muscle memory and a razor sharp tool. Rule number 2 is where the real skill comes in. When a master makes a mistake, he knows how to cover it up. In my shop, we don't call them blunders, we call them design opportunities. Let's say you're turning a natural edge bowl and all the bark comes off. A beginner might be discouraged and throw this in his burn pile, but the master's going to pivot and say, what can we do with this? And they might use something like Joe Sonja iridescent paint, pull off all the remaining bark and decorate it with paint. Another example might be you're turning a platter out of that expensive blank of black limba from the Congo and it splits on you. Well, you might just pitch it out, or you take those rim pieces and you use those in 2 nativity scene Christmas decorations. Another example might be you're turning a hollow form and you wind up going through the bottom, and so what do? You turn it around, you plug that bottom, and you turn it into a vase and put some pyrography decoration on the front. This next one is a psychological one, and it's the one that I see woodturners make most often. A master never points out his mistakes. So you give somebody a beautiful bowl and they're giving you a compliment, and you said, yeah, but you know, when I was turning it, I lost all the bark off and I had to paint the rim, and I didn't get the 2 sides balanced exactly right, and I had a little bit of tear out here on the bottom. Don't tell them that. Accept the compliment. If they see a beautiful form, they see a nice finish, and they're happy with them, don't point out all the flaws. They don't see that 1/16 of an inch extra thickness on one side that's keeping you up at night. Accept the compliment, smile, and keep your design opportunities to yourself. And finally, rule 4. The master knows when to step away from the lathe. Every single turner watching this video has had that last cut syndrome, where you think, okay, you've got a little bit of tear out, and you think one last cut to clean that up, and then boom, it explodes or goes through the wall. Local professional woodturner here in Atlanta, Nick Cook, has a saying: take every cut as if it was the last cut, and then never take the last cut. Knowing when a piece is good enough, when to set the gouge down and pick up a piece of sandpaper for that last deal, that little issue is important. A master knows that a finished bowl with a very minor defect is better than a perfect bowl lying in pieces on the floor of your shop. So there are the 4 rules. Make it look easy. Adapt when things go wrong. Don't put yourself down by pointing out all the flaws. And know when to step away from the lathe. Nobody starts out as a master, but you can start thinking like one now. I want to hear from you now. Which one of these 4 rules do you struggle with the most? Do you always point out your mistakes? Are you a victim of that final cut curse? Let me know in the comments below. I read all your comments and I respond to as many as I can. And remember, y'all stay safe. Come on back. You hear? You guys know how much I love to teach, or I wouldn't be making these videos. So I do teach lessons in my shop. If you live in the Atlanta area, you got relatives in the Atlanta area, or you're just traveling through, check it out. Details on my webpage.